Yo, what's up, man? Sideline Story Podcast, episode 4. Shout out to my big bro Cash. Shout out to Mario. What's good, y'all?
What's up?
What's the
So
deal? What's the deal?
we got a docket by our own Mario. She gonna run it today, so let's get it.
Okay. First topic is the team in Phoenix is struggling. Okay. Devin Booker is once again out, and KD is leading the team by himself to L's. Okay. They are on a 3-game losing streak and sit 13 in the West. And they are currently 2-4. I know that they are not healthy at the moment, but do you think they can flip this turmoil around?
Can you say struggling again?
Struggling? Struggling?
I'm messing with you, but nah, they'll flip it around. Kevin Durant's a superstar. Some people got him in their top 10 all time. So it's early. Like a lot of people making these absolute predictions. Like I said in my previous video I did on TikTok, I think people can slow down. It's an 82 game season. Teams is
Sure.
teams is just getting their legs up under them. A lot of players are still coming back from injuries. Some players learning the system. It's a lot of things you got to take into consideration. I think they'll be fine. I don't think they'll be top 5 in the West, but I do think they'll be fine. I do. I think they'll make the playoffs. I say
Made
that.
the playoffs for sure. For sure. People have been saying KD looking iffy. I've heard talks about him. But he's averaging 28 points on 52% shooting, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. He's
And
putting up MVP numbers, man.
in his defense, they saying he's looking iffy. He's getting triple teamed because his other two
That
players
yeah.
aren't playing. They're not playing, so he's getting a lot of looks, and everybody is double team and triple teaming him. And like you said, he's still putting up 28 points per game. That's crazy. That's crazy.
With the triple teams.
I'm gonna
Yep.
kind of go what Cash was saying. The thing about it is, since Booker and Bill is out, his usage rate is gonna be through the roof because as far as offensive creation, he's gonna be the best person off the dribble, catch and shoot. He's just the best option offensively at all times. So his usage is gonna be through the roof. But him being able to shoot 50% from the field while being double, while being triple team in these tight situations, that just speaks to the greatness of Kevin Durant. But them turning it around is going to depend on how fast they could get healthy. It's kind of like the situation with y'all. As soon as y'all get job back, Ja not hurt. He's just suspended. As soon as y'all can get job back, you like Cash say, it's plug and play, get them back acclimated. For the Suns, it's you got to get Bill healthy, you got to get Booker healthy, you got to get them acclimated. It's gonna be a whole new system when they get back. It's not the same right now. The
I would say
playbook,
this about the Grizzlies, though. I know we're gonna touch on them later. We'll touch on them later. I'll speak on them when we get to them.
but that's
But yeah,
pretty. That's my take on it, though. It just depends how fast they could get healthy, though. Him averaging 28 points, that's pretty much expected at this point because he's all they have. He's the end all be all on the franchise right now.
I do want to say this though. Also, I wonder how serious Bradley Beal injury is. I'm hearing it's a back problem, and we know back problems is hard to come back from. Like once you mess your back up, it's pretty much it. So I wonder how serious that back injury is, and I wonder do they know that before they pull the trigger on that trade? Because it's kind of odd.
Yeah. That is odd.
Yeah. So
It
So
probably was a situation if they were privy to it. Maybe they thought it was something he could overcome, but maybe it is a situation where he got there, then it just happened. But what was you gonna say?
I was like, since he touched on the Grizzlies, we can go ahead and speak about them. They're the worst team in the league. Does that come as a shot? For me, it's shocking. I didn't expect us to come out starting off the season 0-6.
I think it's a shock, and I say this because last year they showed us they can win games without Ja. I thought they was losing deep. What's the guy that went to Houston? Dylan
Dylan
Brooks.
Brooks.
I didn't
Yeah.
feel comfortable calling him D Book. I just didn't feel right saying that. So D Book Brooks. Uh, and they got Marcus Smart. So I thought it was a fair exchange, but it's seeming like it's not. Now the issue is what I believe is Marcus Smart has shown us he's not a point guard. He cannot run an offense. Like he needs to play off the ball, and he needs to be the defender that he is and facilitate somewhat, kind of like what the Draymond does, but him being like the focal point as far as a point guard. I don't know if that's exactly what's taking place. You probably know more than I do, Mario, but I do feel like he's having the ball in his hands a lot, and that's not winning basketball. That's so.
And our offense is struggling really bad because Ja is out. Uh and it's just like Marcus Smart is doing good defensively. I feel like we doing okay. It's like I want to say we doing okay defensively, but it's like every time we play a team, they get fire hot from three. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think the Memphis Grizzlies give up like the most threes in the league currently right now. Um, and I just feel like they do their job. Marcus Smart is a good defensive player. He doing his job defensively, but the offense is where we struggle the most. And like I said, missing Ja, who is a guy that can facilitate, that can go to the rim, get to the rim easily. He's not the best shooter, but he can get you some points on the like we know Ja Morant can get you some points. And we're asking Marcus Smart, who is not the best playmaker, and we're asking Desmond Bane, who is also not as good as a playmaker as Ja Morant, to lead the offense. And that can only these two players can only get you so far. And our shooting isn't working. Luke Kennard has been terrible the start of the season. Our role players just not stepping up on the offensive end. It's a lot going on, and I honestly don't think Ja Morant we could just plug Ja Morant into this system and we automatically become better. I don't think Ja Morant fixes. I think he fixes the offensive load for Desmond Bane, who is meant to be a second option. He's not. He's not supposed to be carrying his team offensively, even though that's what he's been doing. He's still losing. But yeah, I think coaching. There's a lot of stuff going on with us in Memphis.
The thing about John Moran is it's the attention that he causes. Everybody knows, like, when he's on the floor, all eyes on him. So it's like when Ja drives to the hole, there's so much attention on him driving in the lane that's when you got the Desmond Banes of the world and the Marcus Smarts and the Triple J's. The thing is, y'all averaging 31% from three on 41 attempts, and y'all averaging 107 points per game in a scoring lead. That's like that's almost the low end. So it's like, who's driving and getting that attention to be able to kick it out? You gotta he makes defenders make it. You have to make a quick decision. Am I going to come in and contest, or am I going to stay home on this shooter? So it's a lot of things that Ja brings to the table that y'all just don't have offensively right now.
That's a fact. And coaching ain't been the best. I know in late game, some of the games we've played, late coaching decisions have been like a case in us losing certain games this season. But you know, I think we can still make the playoffs. I really don't want to go through the play-in route. But we might end up going the play-in route.
I will say this too, though. Being a Lakers fan, coming into the season and losing 6 straight games, like playing from behind later on in the season, like these games are going to affect y'all later on. Like I've seen this firsthand. When the Lakers lost all those games at the beginning of the season, like we had to overexert ourselves later on in the season,
Yeah.
and that's hard to come back. I know we made it to the conference finals, but I think those games where we was trying to win in the regular season just to get a good seed, just to be able to make it to the play-in, eventually we wore ourselves out. That's no excuse. We still came up short against the greatest team right now, I think, in the NBA. I think the Nuggets are unbeatable in a 4-game series. I do believe that. But I do think those games where we were trying to make it to the playoffs affected us later on.
Yeah, I agree, because y'all did have to like come back towards the end of the season. Anthony Davis led y'all to the playoffs. Yeah, this is gonna hurt us in the long run. Just hope we can pick it up before Ja come back though. Keep us steady. Okay, next topic. It's looking good in Boston. Everything is clicking. They're currently 5-0 in the East, and I think they're the best team in the NBA. They are. They 5-0. I think they're the only team that's no, they're not they're the only team that's 5-0. And Tatum is averaging 30 points on 55% shooting and 9 rebounds and 3 assists. So Tatum for MVP, and I've been pushing for this. I know we 6 games into the they 5 games into the season. But yeah, Tatum getting it this year. I really feel like he is.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not mad at it, but like, don't forget what number 77 doing down here. Respectfully, I need you to really understand. But from a statistical standpoint, there's no reason why Jason Tatum should fall off. I feel like Boston, they in the best situation right now. Like I've spoken before, I say it once, I say it again. Porzingis in a specifically a basketball situation, this is the best place he's ever been in. Like he's smiling, he's happy. The way he's playing is reflecting it. You know what I'm saying? His situation is reflecting his play. We saw it game 1 against New York. Like it's a lot of catch and shoot. They made it a point to give Porzingis the ball in the spots that he can create for himself because he could take it down to the block, shoot the post fade. He could score in the various ways. And I feel like Jaylen Brown, then like the Drew Holidays, then Al Horfords, they probably got the best 6 in the league. They probably got the best top 6 in the league, if we're being honest. And I just feel like the situation just speaks for itself. 5-0 so far. It's definitely a good start. I don't really see why his game should taper off. He should average 30 and 9 for the rest of the season.
I say this. I agree. Porzingis is definitely smiling. He's in a city and playing for an organization that loves the European athletes. So he's definitely on cloud 9. That's number one. You know, we know Boston's history. But I've said before the season started, the Boston Celtics is probably going to win 60 games. I think they are going to look incredible. Like they're going to look like world beaters throughout the season. Their offense is just too good. They got too many weapons. But I don't think Porzingis will hold up. I think things will probably slow down in the postseason. But if everything stays intact, it's their championship to lose. Even though I think the Nuggets are the best team in the NBA.
What is this Porzingis not going to hold up? I ain't trying to cut you off, but I'm trying to understand what everybody has to say because his workload isn't the same on this team. I'm not saying he's not going to get hurt, but like he doesn't have to average 24 and like 11 on this team. He can average a cool 18 and like 7, shoot 40% from 3, a high 30% 3, and still maintain. His workload isn't crazy.
If that's how the season goes, then yeah, you're right. But we don't know if his workload changes. We don't know. Health has more to do with just workload. It could be anything. Some people they have freak accidents. You know, he is a tall, agile player, so it ain't necessarily his workload. I just don't have faith in those tall type of guys who are that big and move that fluent. So that's my issue.
Right.
But also, as far as MVP goes, I'm tired of y'all thinking Luka gonna win it every year. We can stop that. We've been doing this for the last 3 years. It's not happening, bro. Like, if he ain't won it yet,
you don't include me, right? Because you never heard me say this before.
I'm just saying, if he ain't won it yet, it's time to move on. Like I don't think it's gonna be Tatum either. I think Steph gonna win MVP. I do. I think Steph probably gonna win it. I think Steph gonna have a crazy season. They're not gonna win a lot of games. They probably be like a low seed, but I think he gonna have an incredible season. Like he gonna go crazy. I could see that happening. That's my MVP pick. But yeah.
We'll move on to the Lakers. Ooh, y'all are 3-3. And a lot of the reasons y'all been losing these games is because y'all role players ain't been stepping up when needed. Do you think this will continue to be a issue for y'all this season?
Again, I'm going to use this to my advantage as long as I can. It's early in the season. We have a long season to go. Now, when we get to like 20 games, then I will start being honest. But I do think we got a lot of depth.
My nigga, when we get to 25 games, what you going to say?
No, we get 25 games. I'm going to start asking for trades. I'm going to start asking for trades. So when we get 20 games, it's a wrap. Matter of fact, we got like 2 more weeks, and I'm going to start asking for niggas to get traded. Plain and simple shit. But no, I think we good, man. Like we got a lot of players that's hurt. Our rotation ain't consistent. We keep experimenting with rotations. But when we play well, we play good. You see how we looked against the Clippers. You see how we looked against even the Kings. Even in that loss, we look good. So it's a lot of games that I'm not tripping on. Like I think we gonna be good later in the season. Our continuity is going to improve. You got players like Karen Reddish that has shown me some good signs. I'm high on Christian Wood. Austin Reeves is starting to get his legs back. You know, the first few games, the way he forgot how to play basketball. Not gonna lie. Gabe Vincent is great on defense. Torian Prince is a great pickup. Again, I think we're gonna be good. Right now, I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. I do want our team to kind of figure it out as soon as possible so we can limit LeBron minutes because 38 is 38.
38 is crazy.
So
I got to ask you a question real quick. At what point, I feel like you already there, though, as far as like AD got to take over. Like, we done saying that, right? We through with that?
I don't think AD ever is going to take over. I would like him to take over, but I'm not one of them.
But we done saying that he
Yeah,
has to.
that was dead. He had that chance in the conference finals. He showed me that ain't who he is. I'm off that.
So who do you think the best player on the team?
It's gonna be LeBron until LeBron hangs up his jersey. And it's not because he this is the thing, it's not because he should be, it's because he just, if you watch the games, we are literally like AD here, nigga, and then he don't take the here. And LeBron be like, all right, fuck it. He gotta close, he gotta show up, he gotta do the things to help us win the basketball games. You know? But it's not just the points. A lot of people think, oh, AD got to average 30. No, it's games where he's just a monster on the defensive end. And our role players are just doing their thing, and LeBron is carrying, helping us offensively and closing. But it's some games where AD just, it's like his motor runs out, and he just not as assertive, and he's just not into the offense or the defense. So it's those things. But I think I don't want LeBron to be the best player on the team. Let me be very clear. I would love LeBron to get carried. I want LeBron to get carried. I would like him to average 15 points per game, play 20 minutes, and we win games. That would be ideal for me. And then in the playoffs, let my guy loose. That's not going to happen.
I was just asking him because AD, he actually been playing he kind of been playing crazy though. Ever since that Nuggets game, he averaging 26 and 13. Like he really going crazy right now. But I'm just saying, as far as we done saying that he got to take over. You answered it though. But I just wanted to know.
But we 3-3 though, so he ain't going that crazy. And we lost to the Magic.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That Magic game was kind of crazy.
I didn't even watch 1 second of it. I just had a feeling like I didn't watch it at all.
I heard y'all played good though.
That's crazy.
Still lost. AD and LeBron played good. That's what I heard.
AD and LeBron played good, but other than that, it was over.
Yeah. And then, how do you think about the coaching? Because I know a lot of Laker fans do not like Coach Ham at all, and some of the rotations of this season so far been questionable.
I'm not a traditional Lakers fan, meaning they all be on one accord when it comes to certain things. They all hate Darvin Ham. They all hated Frank Vogel. I never had an issue with Frank Vogel. I don't have an issue with Darvin Ham.
What was wrong with Frank? Huh? What was wrong with Frank? I don't understand that.
They was mad about. They felt like he didn't play Russ the right way, and I felt like Russ it wasn't a good fit on both sides.
It wasn't a good fit basketball wise.
But they call Darvin Ham hot pockets. That shit is so funny to me because he keep his hands in his pockets the whole game, bro. That shit is so funny to me. So they say he don't do shit, but just keep his hands in his pockets. But you got to realize, put yourself in his position. He got LeBron, he got AD, he got this core, but he got these weapons on the team. Like, you got to figure out how to get the most out of these players. Like, Cam Reddish is a player that could give you 20, or he can give you nothing. Like, he got that type of potential. Like, he's a long, small forward who can play great defense, who can score. So you got to figure out how the best way to use him. Christian Woods, who has a lot of good intangibles, great defense. He can shoot. He can stretch the floor. He's not as talented as an AD, but he can definitely do certain things on the floor. You got to figure out how to use him. Torian Prince, a great defender, can shoot the 3 and D. How to use him. Gabe Vincent. We got so many weapons. We just got to figure out where to put these guys at the right time, And then you got to play the guys that you're paying, the D-Los, who is so inconsistent. He give you 31 games. He give you 9 the next, So, again, it's early. We going to be fine.
It's just, I feel like a lot of the lineup is going to be hard to, really get down because it feels like you need LeBron and AD on the court at all times to a certain extent. It definitely feels that way because this our thing. One lineup y'all had against the Nuggets, it was Gabe Vincent and D'Angelo Russell on the floor at the same time. I don't really know how I feel about that in particular. I don't know what they averaged together while they on the floor, but I just thought that was kind of weird.
Our best lineup I seen is when we went big. We went Bron, AD. I think we had Christian Woods and we had Cam Reddish on the floor.
I remember that, yeah.
Even if you swap Cam Reddish with Torian Prince, it was when we played the Clippers. And Kawhi kept calling for screens, and he screen, it'll be AD will switch off, and then it'll be Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish will switch off, it'll be LeBron. We lock that nigga ass up. That's the lineup I like. We can't play that lineup all game, but defensively, it's a good look because you got a bunch of tall guys on the floor that can rotate. But I say we're going to win 50 games this year. I'm probably alone on that, but I think we're going to win 50 games.
You think you have a better seeding than you said? What you say you got the Phoenix Suns finishing?
I got them finishing below 5. I think the top 5 teams in the West are going to be the Nuggets, obviously. The Kings, I think they young, they fast. Believe it or not, I got the Mavs being the top 5 seed. I got the Lakers, and it was the Grizzlies. So remember the Grizzlies was my top 5. So I'm gonna just stick to the Grizzlies. If they don't, they don't. But that was my top 5.
Okay.
You think the Warriors gonna fall off a little bit?
Yeah, I think they're gonna be like 6. They're gonna be like a strong 6 though. Like they're not gonna have to play in the play-in, but they gonna be like a 6, 7. It's gonna be between them and the Suns. Because if Bradley Beal don't come back, they gonna be losing a lot of games. Like, because their defense is terrible.
Terrible.
Like,
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna see media start to key in on that too, about Bradley Beal at some point. Like you're gonna start to see more stories come out as far as him not playing. But yeah,
I agree. It's still early in the season, but Wemby versus Chet for Rookie of the Year conversations being had. Who do y'all think is better?
I think Wemby is better than Chet only because I feel like Wemby has best play in the league potential and franchise carrying talent. I feel like Wemby scoring 38 the other night. That's a lot for a lot of people. That was the last check on the box that they needed to see. Can he just dominate an NBA game from all facets? And I feel like that was the game that he needed to just solidify it for himself. Like I said before, I feel like from a situational standpoint, he probably in the best place he could have landed. I think Chet also is in a great place because you got the guy already in Shea. You got pieces around the Josh Giddey's, the Jalen Williams. You got all of that around, and you got Sam Presti, who has 100 first-round picks probably for the next 3 years for some odd reason. So both of them are in good situations. It's just that Wemby, I feel like Wemby's ceiling is higher than Chet's. And I feel like when you see it, it shows, though. I feel like it's nothing that Wemby can't do. They say he's a taller Kevin Durant, but I think Wemby is just Wemby, you know? He's not going to go on the block and do your traditional post-ups. He's going to catch and shoot over the top of everybody. There's nobody that could probably block that shot. He's a 3-level scorer. He could pass. He could put the ball on the floor. His shot blocking, not even his shot blocking, his shot contesting alone is just crazy. Him changing the trajectory on most of his opponent's shots is just, we never seen nothing like that alone. So I just feel like from the evidence that we have, he has franchise altering talent.
yeah, I try to limit my hyperbole takes because there's so many out here. But I don't think Wemby and Chet should be in the same conversation anymore. I think
They numbers is similar though.
Yeah,
The numbers
they
are
are.
very similar. And
But
I
it's
know
like-
that defensively people saying Chet better. Like I get it. Like Wemby had that, Wemby. I got Wemby. But when I looked up the numbers and when I heard people talk about him and compare him, I was like, okay, Chet might be close. I think Chet might be a better defender than Wemby, but Wemby obviously take offense.
I think it's all about Wemby is actually a traditional rookie, number one. He's a real rookie. Chet has a little more experience than him. But I think when it's all said and done, I think today I don't even think it's close. I think Wemby is generational. I think he's generational. I think Chet is going to have some good seasons, but he'll eventually taper off.
I think Chet got a high ceiling though. Chet could average 26 a game in the future for all we know. And I think he could be he averaging 52% from 3 off like 4 attempts. So It's like Chet could be dope in the future, but I just feel like Wemby got that 30 points per game potential. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if
Wemby, I ain't never seen nothing like Wemby. I got to watch more Chet too, but I just ain't never seen nothing like Wemby before. And I like what Brian Windhorst said about Wemby when he compared him to LeBron. He was like, LeBron had a game like Wemby had, but it was his 65th game of his rookie season. Wemby had at his 5th game, 38 points. That's crazy. Like,
that is crazy.
Like, come on, man. I hate to compare. I know everybody compares these rookies to LeBron, but that nigga different. That's all I ain't gonna say it. That nigga different.
And I also thought that I think Wemby is still able to be Wemby. And since Wemby is under Coach Pop, I really feel like Pop was gonna try to make him a post player. I really thought that.
Nah. And another thing, I'm gonna stop. Chet might be as good as Wemby. He might be better. I really don't know. But I will say this: we'll never know as long as Shea is over there. We'll never know.
There you go.
Sure.
Like I said, like when I started my sentiments off, I said they already got the guy over there, and Shea is what 25 years old.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I don't know if you count those as prime years. If you do, he's right in the beginning of his prime. So it's like we may never know. Because Shea only getting better too. You hit your peak like around that 26, 27, 28 years. He still got like a few years to go. But Wemby though, man, like you said, see the thing what you said, Mario, like I want to talk about that too, as far as like how we view Pop viewing Wemby. Because he played against the Mavericks. I wanted to watch him closely. Like if you notice, he didn't get the ball at the post. Like they said, what they said, I think it was JJ Redick who basically said it. He said Wemby gonna get that early shot contest. He gonna run down to the block and get like a quick post, something quick. But other than that, you're gonna see Wemby on the wing a lot. You might see him at the top of the key. When he brought the ball up the court, I said, "Nah, Pop, ain't no way Pop letting this happen." So Pop, he's accepting evolution.
He is.
Like one of my predictions was Wemby gonna shoot 2 shots per game. That's gonna drive Pop insane. And I see those shots, but it's like he's shooting over everybody. It's nobody that's getting in his eyes to be able to get the shot off. Like every shot, it's clear cut. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like, okay, this is why I say Pop the greatest coach of all time when it comes to the NBA. For reasons like that, he allow you to be yourself. But it's also a testament to why we didn't get to see Bobo. Like a lot of people are saying, we've seen this before in Bobo. Yeah, but it was a leash on Bobo. Feel me?
Yeah.
Pop has literally took the leash off of Wemby and said, "Do your thing." If somebody did that with Bobo, we probably wouldn't be as shocked as we are today. But I also don't think Bobo loves basketball the same way Wemby does either. Like I know that personally. Like I know people that know him personally. He don't really care for the game like that. However, just the skill set, I think Bobo could do these same things.
Okay, yeah. I don't be seeing it. I need to probably look up his highlights, but I don't be seeing it sometimes when people be comparing Bobo to Wemby.
Now look at his highlights. Bobo could put the ball on the floor. He'll yam on you. He'll like it's the same. It's really the same stuff. It's just what Cash said. It's like Bobo give me that feel like I was tall, so they said you got to hoop. That's what he give me that feel.
I mean, his daddy is Manu Bo. Like he was going out there like, nigga, you go hoop. You
go hoop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. His daddy was cold too, though. Like his daddy was cold. Yeah, but nah, Wemby different though. I'm not gonna lie. And he loves the game. Like he has real passion. So.
He has fun with it and everything. I like that.
That dude different.
When he didn't go when he didn't play in the games this summer and he stayed in San Antonio, that was it right there. I was like, yeah, he locked in. Like for real.
That Spurs team not bad. Like that Spurs
it's
team,
not.
They one vet away from if I'm Clay, I told him this on the pod. If I'm Klay Thompson, I'm considering going to the Spurs. If I don't get my money that I want, I will look at the Spurs. This is somewhere you can go, be a vet.
They ain't paying nobody.
That's what I'm saying. I would literally look at the Spurs like, you know what? I'm gonna go over here with Pop, help these young kids, and they gonna make some noise. Like,
yeah, that nigga Keldon Johnson, bro.
Yeah,
19 a game. Like I like Zach Collins too, 13 a game. Sohan 10 a game.
Yeah. And then does Vassell start? Because he surprised me at one game. I was like, who is Vassell? Man was going crazy.
Yeah. They got some cooking over there. I think
they do.
They got the young nucleus intact. If they all, it's about growth and putting the right pieces in play because they got a great backup point guard in Trey Jones. I like him a lot over there. I feel like they, like he said, they're a better way. If I'm Clay would be a dope addition. That would be a very, very dope addition. I think maybe they're a point guard away. Does Trey Jones start or does he come off the bench? I can't remember.
I think he come off the bench because I asked in another live. I think they said he come off the bench. He don't start.
I got a question. Would y'all consider not tanking, but would y'all consider trying to get another top draft pick to add alongside Wemby, or would y'all just go ahead and try to make the playoffs?
I'll go ahead and make the playoffs. That's just experience for Wemby, and I feel like there's really no reason for them to tank because they showing a lot of promise so early. I know it's super early; they 3-2, but I feel like it's the veteran pieces now. The young nucleus is already in there.
When Cooper Flag comes out
next year,
Cooper Flag and Wemby would be
that's
crazy.
Scary. Cooper is crazy.
They winning 5 in a row.
Hey, that would be crazy.
We're gonna start buying merch. Cooper
Flag and Wemby, bro. Nah.
It's gonna hit different when Bronny go to San Antonio in the second round. It's gonna hit different.
Hey, that'll make my day. I ain't gonna lie. Papa know how to coach him, you know. Papa make sure he got a long career.
Facts.
But
Not for nothing. I know we're gonna go, but I want to talk to y'all about something just real quick. Chris Broussard said something like a long time ago about like a lot of the best players like not wanting to go to San Antonio because he was like, if you really want to win a championship, if you really want to be in that environment, they got that DNA, and you want to be with that coach, what is the stigma on the Spurs that deterred? Because when I was coming up as a Maverick fan, it's like this is a well-oiled machine we always got to go against. It's like they do everything right. The plays are run correctly. There's no missteps in the plays. Defensive assignments, they always there. Like everything they do is just like I said, well-oiled machine. But for some reason, like when free agency comes around, these top guys, no, we're not going over there.
Well, for one, Pop built his name off of foreign basketball players. I mean, he had even Tim Duncan to a degree. I mean, what is he from the Virgin Islands? You had Manu, you had Tony Parker, like you had Dial, like so they're coming from here going to San Antonio. They don't see that being no different than New York, Miami, Chicago. They're like, who cares? You feel me? San Antonio, that's just another city. Now, a guy who is in America and he's playing basketball, he does not want to play in San Antonio, like under no circumstances.
But I gotta contest it real quick though. My bad to cut you off, but Manu and Tony were second round draft picks, so it's like they passed on them in the first round. I can't remember the picks, but those both were second round draft picks. We know Tim Duncan went first overall, so it's not like they had a chance to get those two early. They got them in the second. So, like, I don't know if that's valid like that.
But they built their names in order. They built their names up later on. Not even later on. As soon as they came out, they could have left. They could have definitely left and got some money. We were saying that for years. We would like to see Manu as a starting shooting guard. We've been saying for years. We wanted to see what Manu was capable of doing without coming off the bench. We've always put him in those conversations as one of the best shooting guards. He was coming off the bench and playing a role. We compared him to everybody. So Tony Parker too. Tony Parker could have left and got some money, but they was just complacent and content because they had a good system. They probably weren't accustomed to America's lifestyle, so they didn't need to leave and go nowhere. A lot of these players care about the lifestyle off the court, not just on the court. That's why they go.
They were winning too, though.
Oh, that's number one. They was winning. Yeah, for sure. But I'm saying they could have went and got money elsewhere, but they didn't for the simple fact they just didn't care about the off the court shit. They not from here. They go back home. That's just like Jokic. Jokic, I tell people all the time, they think he hates basketball. No, he hates America. He don't care about y'all niggas. He loves playing basketball. Soon as the clock stops, he's going right back home to what he cares about. He love the game. He just don't care about y'all niggas. That's all. And that's what I feel about the Spurs. They are a bunch of foreign players who cared about basketball, didn't care about nothing else. And they just they made it to a team and a system that was just perfect for them. So as far as like desiring other players to come to San Antonio, I don't see it happening. I think Wemby probably got a chance to draw people over there because he's a freak, but I don't see it happening. But it's boring. I'm not gonna lie, it's so boring.
And that's the thing. I think that's it right there. San Antonio got that boring. It was just
everything is boring. The city, the team, the jerseys. It's like
that's what they associate with San Antonio, and I feel like that's why players don't gravitate towards going down there despite their history of winning, which is crazy.
Like I would love. I know I just threw Clay out there, but I'm glad where he at. But I could see Kyrie Irving in San Antonio. Like that would be perfect for him. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that would be better for Kyrie.
The media, he got Greg Popovich, somebody that he can pick their brain. They can pick each other's brain. He ain't got to worry about no crazy media. He can just chill, get him a nice little boring ass house out there somewhere, be ducked off, and go off into the sunset. Damn. Dallas is cool too, though. Speaking of, I know we about to get off, but how you feel about Kyrie kind of accepting this backseat role, both of y'all?
I'm not a fan of it, really. Wait. First couple of games, Kyrie ain't played up to. He didn't play as good as I expected him to. Glad we got the W though. he with Luka. That's so it's just there is what somebody said that they need to make. I think it was in the comment section you went live yesterday. Kyrie should be the fourth quarter. Take a backseat first, second, and third quarter, and then Kyrie come in swinging. Which I'm not. I mean, I've been trying to watch the game, so I don't know if Kyrie really take over in the fourth like that. But I think that's how Dallas should play him. And I feel like Kyrie be passive, and I don't like when Kyrie be passive. Be trying to pass the rock and get
I
everybody else
don't either.
involved.
It's like that's not the real him, and it's like you can see it. You know, like that ain't the real Kyrie, and it ain't necessarily take 20
Exactly.
shots, but bro, just assert yourself. Like you feel
Exactly.
me?
That's my thing. That's why I'm not a not the biggest. I'm not a fan of it right now. Probably deep in the season, I could click and see that him and Luka both playing up to par. Because Luka playing up to par, I just don't feel like Kyrie playing Kyrie's game for some reason.
I didn't watch the Nuggets game, Marcus, but did y'all look like y'all had a chance in that game, like at all?
Yeah, if you the way the game was from an offensive standpoint, we had a very solid game. Like you seen, I think you seen the pod I did yesterday with my bro Eli. A good offensive team went against a great offensive team. Every time, especially in the fourth quarter when we got the lead in single digits, we couldn't get stops consistently. They always responded to everything that we did. And as far as Kyrie goes, I like Kyrie's game with us. Him being passive, I'm not too mad at it. But the only thing I don't like is he needs to pick his spots a little more. I feel he's averaging 20 points. I need him to average like 24, 25. And the fourth quarter thing is very important because I feel like he's one of the best closers. But the thing about Kyrie, I'm trying to see how can I say this respectfully because he's 31 now. That LeBron Kyrie, that's over with. I feel like LeBron and Kyrie, that's the best it's gonna ever get. I feel like they needed each other. I feel like they probably still do need each other to an extent. Him accepting his role is just him realizing how great Luka is, because Luka is virtually unstoppable. Kyrie is second fiddle, and he's accepted that. But I feel like Kyrie could be a little more aggressive because he's one of the best offensive creators we've ever seen. He definitely get any shot that he wants on the court.
People thought that Luka and Kyrie would be able to mimic what LeBron and Kyrie did, but they got to realize who LeBron was off the ball. LeBron is an animal off the ball. LeBron is a defensive juggernaut when he wants to be.
He's two-way. He's one of the best two-way players we've ever
seen. And don't get me wrong, Bron has had the stigma of being a ball stopper, but he actually moves the ball. Luka will hold the ball and then look to score. LeBron only do that in the fourth. First quarter through third quarter, he's looking to facilitate, set his guys up. I'm not saying Luka doesn't, but not in the same aspect as LeBron. So I agree with you. I don't think we'll ever get that again. And I don't think they'll be able to duplicate what LeBron and Kyrie were able to do. But I do like Mario's point is let him close in the fourth. But he got to get warm, though. He can't just be cold, passing the ball, and think he go cook in the fourth. He got to start putting himself in position. So when the fourth quarter comes, he's ready. Then he could just close the game. I think that'd be a good idea.
But it's weird because, like, I understand we won't see that LeBron and Kyrie thing, but Kyrie was a killer over there in Brooklyn when him and KD was going off of each other. But it's just I don't see this. I don't see it
with here. If we've been fair, people forget what him and Luka did last season. They had like 2 games where they both put up like 40.
They did.
But he's still a killer. It's just can you do that for a full season for one? And then they also, to be fair, they don't have the pieces that LeBron and Kyrie had around them. Not gonna lie. They don't have a Kevin Love. They don't have a Tristan Thompson. I don't think so. They got Derek Lively and Grant Williams, but that's really where it stopped. I am tired of Tim Hardaway Jr. Like I want him to be this guy that he's not so bad. I want him to be a legit third option. But and what killed me about him, he'll have a game where he's so hot. He's shooting lights out. And that's it. And it'd be the same game. It don't even be the next game. It'd be the same game where he just cool off. And you like, damn, nigga, you just started the first quarter. 3 for 4.
Coming off the bench, it's basically Jason Kidd said, you come off the bench, your light is, you got the greenest of green lights. Because you see him when he get in the game, there's no hesitation. He's taking every opportunity coming his way, and he's forcing it sometimes too. It don't seem seamless because he can't score. He can't create off the dribble. He could catch and shoot. But like you said, like he's streaky. He's very streaky. But only thing about Kyrie is like, back to that point, I feel like those days are behind him because when I say this is with all due respect, from an offensive standpoint, sometimes he looked better than LeBron, or they look on an even playing field. Luka looks and he looks way better than Kyrie a lot of the times. Like Kyrie even showed you, like he made. I remember the 50-point game in San Antonio when he hit the three over Kawhi and sent it to overtime. He was like, we all right. I remember the game in the finals against Golden State where LeBron and Kyrie scored 41 apiece. You know, it's a lot. Kyrie got a lot of those moments. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how many of those moments can you have with Luka? I need to see that too, though. He got, like you said, he got to get hot. I feel like when he's hot, he'll close for sure.
Also, I think I know it ain't gonna happen, but y'all need one piece. Y'all need like a Siakam, you know, like a player that can score, but that ain't his total makeup. Like he do other things, play defense, you know. Like I think y'all need like a legit wing that can go out there and just help. Because I tell you this all the time. Between y'all don't need another motherfucking scorer. Kyrie and Luka is gonna give you 30. Y'all don't need that. Y'all need somebody that want to do the other things. And Grant Williams is cool, but he ain't no damn Siakam. He not even no what's my other guy? Anobi. I love Anobi. I think Anobi like
everybody want OG Anunoby on their team.
But he great because he's like the selfless player that you plug in and do everything that you don't nobody want to do. That's what
I want him on the Mavericks too. It's just Toronto. They got assets. They ain't trying to. I don't know what they're doing.
They got three of the same players, bro. Anobi, they got Siakam, Scotty Barnes. Like they got the same niggas on the team. Like,
right.
Hey, speaking of, I know we keep saying we're going to be done, but Schroeder been cooking though. Have y'all seen Schroeder? Like I missed that nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
He done look out on a couple of my parlays, man. He averaging like 13, 14 a game. He done looked out for me, man.
Yeah, I missed Dennis Schroeder, man. But your Eagles, I mean your Cowboys and Eagles, what you doing?
Boys.
I'm saying you for real or you just
boys.
All right. I'm rooting for y'all, man. It's gonna be where y'all playing at?
Philly.
Ah, yeah, shit. Never mind. You put some money on it?
Nah.
Smart. Very smart.
Well, that was episode 4 Sideline Story Podcast, man. I appreciate Big Bro Cash. Lil Sis Mari coming through. Appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna get this out here quickly. Y'all have a good one.
See y'all.